Countdown clock on the overlay. Chat scrolling fast, can't read a thing. Got my day ones, got some new names. All riding in on this pixel wave. Scene switch quick, that raid just hit. Hype train glow with the stickers lit. I say, yo, fam, this our year. You spam those emotes, fill the screen in hell. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. Every fall like a firework blow. From the VODs to the live shows, oh, we're loud, we're here, we're here. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. From the lunch walk to the chat full blown. If you're in this stream, you're never alone. We're loud, we're loud, we're here, we're home. Take that shot when the timer drops. Hit go live and the beat just pops. Got bad jokes and my best friends, turning quiet nights into wild weekends. Pull up chairs in a digital room, turn that late night scroll to a full-on boom. I say 3, 2, 1, let's ride. You flood the screen, all caps in the sky. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. Every follow like a firework blow. From the VODs to the live shows, oh, we're loud, we're here, we're home. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. From the lurch walk to the chat full blown. If you're in this stream, you're never alone. We're loud, we're here, we're home. Type it out, let me see those hands in the chat all across the lands. From the small screens glow to the massive dreams, we're building this brick by brick as a team. New year, same crew, new planes to own. New clips, new bits, new inside jokes. Turn it up till the neighbors know. Steve's very own, let the whole world know. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. Every follow like a firework blown. From the VODs to the live shows, oh, we're loud, we're here, we're home. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. From the lunch walk to the chat full blown. If you're in this stream, you're never alone. We're loud, we're here, we're home. 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 1, 2, 3. Countdown clock on the overlay. Chat scrolling fast, can't read a thing. Got my day ones, got some new names. All riding in
What
on
a
this
cool
pixel wave. Scene switch quick, that raid just hit. Hype train glow with the stickers lit. I say, yo, fam, this our year. You spam those emotes, fill the screen in hair. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. Every follow like a firework blown. From the VODs to the live shows, oh, we're loud, we're here, we're home. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. From the lurch rock to the chat full blown. If you're in this stream, you're never alone. We're loud, we're here, we're home. Take that shot when the timer drops. Hit go live and the beat just pops. Got bad jokes and my best friends, turning quiet nights into wild weekends. Pull up chairs in a digital room, turn that late night scroll to a full-on boom. I say 3, 2, 1, let's ride. You flood the screen, all caps in the sky. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. Every follow like a firework glow. In the VODs to the live shows, oh, we're loud, we're here, we're home. the F4Ds to the light show zone. We're live, we're here, we're home. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. From the left right to the chat, full blown. If you're in this stream, you're never alone. We're live, we're here, we're home. We're live, we're here, we're home. We're live, we're here, we're home.
Right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you may be. Welcome to Thursdays Without Borders, some GeoGuessing today. I hope everybody's doing well. Boy, today I got up, I've been waking up like anywhere between 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning. I have no need to get up early, but I can often, after about an hour, go back to sleep. Today I couldn't go back to sleep. I got up and I was working on some things. I don't know how I did it. Hello, Rule, Blazik, right?
Welcome to the jungle, bitch!
Is that you, Blazik? You're the only one that calls me uncle. How are you today? So anyway, I was working on. There were some things I needed to do. Been updating the computers and stuff like that, and I gotta work on some actions. I was downloading some more video clips to add to the stream, and I don't know where, when, or how. But for 20 minutes I was streaming this morning, and my hair is like up in the air, and I'm just like tired. No lights, I didn't really have any lights on, so things didn't really look good. And all of a sudden I hear, "Well, hello there," one of the sound bites they have when you walk in. And because the scene that I was on doesn't show when a new person, first words. I look at my chat. It's Nova Charter, lurking from work. I'm like, oh my God. It's a good thing I wasn't picking my nose, scratching my ass, or other things. So I just unpublished that video because it was just me going through different scenes and testing things out. So I hope your day's going better than mine. I'm such a boomer, What can I say? Yep, it's just all right. Yeah, okay.
What a boomer.
Thank you. So I added a Karen to my scenes. Now DJ 506 has a Karen, but his Karen is the same blonde I use to welcome people in, and she's got that attitude. Well, I want a Karen, but I want a different Karen. So Pexels.com, you can download for free any of the video clips. You can edit them and things like that. So basically, I've been running my background
Welcome to Good
removal.
Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Hello, Kate. What's up, love? So, and it's unfortunate that Karen is. I know a couple of Karens, But I've been using my NVIDIA background remover to update or edit the film clips in that, and she'll pop up if you do Karen, and oh God. Can't please everyone, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I get your point. You okay. Okay, move along. Come on. I don't know. So if you go to pexels.com, they have a ton of videos. So in order for the background removal to work, it's got to be almost like a webcam type setup where, the person is in the forefront. And I got some pretty decent ones. I did this one yesterday. I had like this one, you know. What you like that? Yep. There's one of my big followers, DJ 506, started telling everybody I'm gonna make 100 redeems a week after I get my card in. Like, oh, I don't know if I got 100. Um, so I did what our president did. I agreed to the numbers, but then I'm not gonna do anything. Oh, yeah. You know what? I gotta find a knot. A knock. Hey, it's ice. Better watch it, boy. It's getting nasty here in the States. It's getting nasty. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. So anyway, Kate, we're gonna do some geo guessing again today. I just wanted to show off some of the stuff that I added to the scenes, and hopefully they work. And I still have a bunch of ones, a bunch of one. Americans can't talk, right? We have no idea of language, right? Okay. Uh, but I have to fix some things, and some of them I won't really know until they run. So I fixed some, so. But today's just we're gonna get off of that. We're just gonna do some GeoGuessing. I'd love to talk politics with you. We'll have to chat sometime away from Twitch. I don't mind. I have some solid opinions on things, right? I believe that I look things up enough. I don't believe everything I see. I distrust a lot of videos that I see these days because of the way AI is going. I totally distrust our leaders. I have very strong, and unfortunately, because I retired, I really became more political with my views because that's all I got to watch, right? But every time, if I see something that doesn't sound right, I'll try to look it up. I got someone telling me that it's mainstream media messing things up here, but yet we got the right wing idiots watching that fixed news and believing everything that they say. So, but I don't particularly swing to. I think I'm kind of center because I've voted for both our parties throughout my voting career. Who I thought might have done well. Now they might not have, but I tend to lean towards things that help people instead of hurt people. You don't need to be a bully, you know. So I wouldn't mind doing a semi-political show or something like that, but I'm not. My wife is really good. She knows, like, I don't know how she does it. I like, who's this representative? Oh, he's from Arkansas or Texas or something. It's like, Well, you know that, but my wife looks at politics like guys look at football. That's her thing, you know. So I've learned a lot from her and that. But you know, I look things up. I have a friend that posts a lot of borderline hatred. Um, in my retail career, I've worked with a lot of Muslims. And do I think any of them are going to storm my building? No. But it's like that we can't forget what happened on 9/11. It wasn't, you know, Christians can be just as bad. Sorry. So I have a lot of opinions there, and I don't particularly share them all on stream like this. I don't mind. Maybe one day I will. Maybe I'll add another streaming day. But I wouldn't want that to overtake and bring in hatred and all that stuff from the other streams and that. That's something I can agree with you on. No one needs to be a bully. Try to help everyone, etc. Yeah, how can you claim that you're uh, a good practicing Christian when you're going to hate somebody? Just saying. Just saying. So today we're gonna traverse the world in my own little home with some GeoGuessr today. I just need to sign in. I'll bring it up in just a minute. Oh, we'll lighten things up. Okay. Let's see. So in the meantime, I created, I do have my background going in case someone runs an action. All right, here we are. And I am going to say right off the bat, we are in America. Those are what I believe to be typical American homes. And the way the street is on the street's 215th place. So we have streets, we have place, we have circles. But where? Can't really see any license plates. But typical, it looks like a lot of homes that were older homes, but some of them remodeled. But we are in the States. $215th and what? Whoops. What was the other one way? Yes, definitely in the States. '89th Avenue and 215th place. '89th Avenue. I guess we'll go down 89th. So we also have streets and avenues. Now we're off of 215th Street. So the way, like on the south side of Chicago, we have like it will be 79th Street, and then the next road will be 79th Place. I don't know how we name things here. Let's see. I need to get to the main road. Oh, where we go? Let's see. We buy houses 646. I got to learn my area code. So we're not in Chicago. Are we in possibly... we're in New York. Okay. We're somewhere near New York. I think that's like that all over the States, but there's some that... oops. See these. It's more we buy houses signs. So in New York, so are we in Brooklyn? Well, I can place somewhere in New York. Here we go. All right, what did I do? Nope. I hit the back button again. That's what I did. Oh, come on. All right. Oh, not. All right, I guess I got to do this. So, New York. So, I'm going to say there's a song by Bruno Mars, Somewhere in Brooklyn. All right, let's see. Oh, how about that? 19 kilometers away. We were actually in Queens. Queens, were we? Yeah, Queens. Queens Village. See, New York's broken up to basically it's 5 boroughs, they call them. All right. Sometimes it's easy like that. Oh, and then we get this. And then we get Kamaya, South America. Way out in the middle of nowhere. Not even a tree to take a leak by. Come on. Come on, OpenGuessr. Probably because I don't use GeoGuessr. Oh, and there we go again. What the heck? Always wondered why men have to pee on something. Actually, we don't. You know, but they're marking our territory. There we go. All right, so yeah, a little closer to that truck. Is there anything on the front of the truck? Not so much. Oh, but we are out nowhere, and the map's kind of messing up. Why is this doing it? So when using OpenGuessr, it's not as curated as GeoGuessr. OpenGuessr is where GeoGuessr gets its stuff. The maps are cleaner, but I guess their maps don't have street names on them. Some say it's cheating. I don't care. It's the only cheating that I do. Look at this. We were like out. Got some kind of building off in the distance here. So some Latin America country, I'm going to believe. South America, where? Let's see. Argentina. That grain of sand right there is very indicative of Argentina soil, and we got some kind of buildings, but and a road off to the side, but no, that's a sign. Actually, it looks like it's an old school bus being taken apart.
Welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
Hello, Scapegoat 26. Well, as a matter of fact, this car can't be in Argentina. I'm messing around actually. Um, Welcome to the stream. So you like GeoGuessr? I gotta get back to play. I haven't played for about a month. All right, Kate. I'll be here for a little bit. But no, it's like some of the some people when they're doing like GeoGuessr and that, oh, that tree and that, I'm messing around with oh, maybe it's that sand. But yeah, this is way out somewhere. Do you play GeoGuessr often? But yeah, no road signs. I couldn't even guess to where I might be. I'm just assuming with the name of the road. I just get interested too, like when doing this. Oh, we got a street. We actually got a street sign up here. Since I don't travel much, Battalion Calama. Think Peru or Bolivia? Yeah, I know they're both in a lot of areas pretty dry. But I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because we got Bolivia. There you go. You called it. But where in Bolivia? So it probably has to be kind of in this area here, I'm going to think. Aurora, that's a city? Right over here, so it's how close I am. Nice call, Scapegoat. Oh, 155? I thought I just said under 5K. But that could have been enough for a win. Do you when you play, do you do a lot? Do you like set a timer? Do you try to get it in time, a certain time frame? Let's see. Are we in Poland? We're in Poland. We're in Poland. Anything on the sign that I can read? Mam mój po polsku? I dated this girl years ago. Her brother would say, jak tam squeegee, mop handle broomstick. You just train for multiplayer? Yeah. That way to Rosozi? Let's see. Can we find... Roclaw. This smaller town that we're looking for. Morzovi. You're 340. Can we find 340? Let's see. I know you're supposed to be quick, right? Really quick. All right. Let me just. Of course, when I lay the thing down, then I'll find out exactly where I'm at, and I'll go, "Oh, I know, it was going to be over there." Doubt we're near Warsaw, but let's just see how close we are. Of course, there's 340. Now we find it. About 300 kilometers. But Poland, very good. All right. Boom, 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 boom. India, probably. What was this sign here? If you have iFlu, of course, can't read any of that. And I can't read any of that. Nice, the highway sign pretty much torn down. Let's see. NH731. So are we in India? The map here is a little messed up. All these side roads that kind of like the same side road in a, this is messed up. Because look, if I go ahead, look at it's the same like there's no side road there, but if I go up a little bit and I go this way, there's that. I bet it looks like the camera or the Google car was messed up, the camera. It keeps showing a road off to the side. All right. Probably not going to find a whole lot. Oh, come on. I have a problem too. I have a bad hand. I had surgery on my hand. I have no feeling in my thumb, and I keep hitting the back button. Yeah, we're not going to find much here. Oh, it's a big country. We could be anywhere, so I'm just gonna take a good guess here. All right, we were in Uttar Pradesh. We were a bit away, 1,000 kilometers. At least it was on the correct planet. Railway Avenue W. Are we back in America? Kind of looks like it. Which way do I want to go? No, we're in Canada. Well, Canada, eh? Well, how's it going? All right, we're in Canada. We're in Canada. We should have gone down one of those side roads. This K5. K5. Could that stand, does SK, could that stand for Saskatchewan? Oh, yeah. There we go. Probably should have put it a little closer to the highway, but all right, now we're back in the tropics, maybe. Bosdag Beach Resort Road. Somewhere, I don't know if I would particularly call this resort, but it could be. Looks like the ocean is right over on the other side there. Would you vacation here? Look how they keep the roof on, putting big sandbags up there. Interesting. And this is what I love about GeoGuessr. It's always interesting to see these parts of the country, about parts of the world that I'll never see. It is off an ocean. So are we in? I love those little bus stops. Here's a beach here. What's up, Carmine? How are you? Welcome. We're doing some geoguessing.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
Magnesaid del Sur. Magnesaid del Sur. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, let's see. The Barangay Magnusa del Sur. Okay. Del Sur. So how's things going, Carmine? I hope you are doing well. Car wash. Okay. Oops, I can't go any further. Okay, so I have to go back. The president is Eric Dewada. The vice president, Janet Gonzalez. Okay, so maybe the Philippines? Oh, you just had dental surgery. Hit the back button again. God. I tell you, I can't feel my thumb. And then now I got to start all over again. Damn it. I should tape my thumb to my hand because I'm always hitting the back button. All right, we start going that way. I don't want to go that way. How about we go this way? Oh. Oh well, let's see. All right, I just saw a sign here. Where did it go? Where did it go? The real pain is writing the check for the deductible? Yep. Probably shouldn't say much. Between the testing I had for this and the surgery, we're talking 23,000. You know what I paid? I could touch my fingers together now. Can you see that? And that's what I paid. All right, we're going nowhere there. End of the block. All right. So I'm gonna say we are somewhere in the Philippines or close to it. I'm just gonna, cause let's see. Oh yeah. How about that for a call? Write that check, Carmine. All right, I'm gonna take a little break and talk to you for a minute. I don't think I can win any contests with this, but I'm starting to pick up on it. This is fun. Oh, so what else has been happening? Let's see. I made a bunch of new redeems. I'm using the RTX card to remove backgrounds from some videos. Like this. Carmine's here. Oh my God. Yeah. I know. Isn't that shocking, dude? And then I got a Karen for you. She's a happy girl. So I've been doing that, just removing the background. You find video clips that are close to like a webcam, style, where the person is up front, and it does pretty well. I'm pretty pleased. All right. Come on, lady. I'm thinking of adding a soundtrack to that, or sound bite, like. He's watching you, Caroline. Your son just laughed. Hi, son. That's what I've been doing. One of my big followers on Twitch, DJ506, who has a bunch of redeems on his stream. He does a really nice job for DJ. His stream is very interactive. You think this is interactive? Mine's nothing compared to his. And he goes, "Oh, you're gonna do 100 redeems by Friday." I'm like, I did what our president would do. I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do 1,000." It'll be a lot. It'll be the most redeems anybody's ever done. And then only do a few. But that's what I've been working on, and then the background. So now with the card, now I'm not running the background removal right now, but if you run a certain action, they'll show up. And I got a voice command: green screen on. Green screen on. That's what it would look like with the green screen, but then the background, I have to work. I think I have to add the background back in. Green screen off. Green screen off. Like if I do like with the font. I'm always pleased. I almost got the background to match just right, but the screenshots from OBS don't come out exactly like you're seeing right now, so it's a little bit off. I'm thinking maybe adding a video where people are running away, But that's the fun I've been having. All right, give my thumb work out my thumb a little bit. Touch my fingers. I got some relatively good news today. I guess, do you tell people about this? I think I might have mentioned this to you in the past, but I have a platelet issue with my blood. My immune system attacks my platelets, where the average person, their platelet level is usually around 150. Last month, mine was 21. It went up to 74. What that leads to is possible bleeding issues or not clotting. So I had some good news this morning. Doctor said, "Oh, if it was still low again," he goes, "we'd have to start treatment." And there's really not the disorder is called ITP, intrathrombotic something purpura, and it's either taking prednisone or there is a new drug out there, and what they do is they suppress your immune system, and they may help one thing, but they hurt another. And I'm glad I don't have to do any of that. So that was good news this morning. So And then the 20th, I go back to have my hand checked, and that still not, it's going to take about a year before this improves. But anyway, let's go back to some GeoGuessing. The other day I was doing the last Thursday I did this. I think I was in Italy, and you weren't around to help me. All right, this hello DJ's 249. Which way? I'm gonna say we're in a warmer climate. Yeah, this will take me. It's taking me near Milan and Rome and. But GeoGuessr takes me to lands. Guinea. So we could be, yeah, this could be Africa. Oops. Oh, get off there. There's a sign there I want to turn around and look at. Guinea. Are we in South Africa? So have you read that Africa is starting to split apart, and in about 100 years or more, there may it might be like Madagascar, the west coast, the east coast of Africa will be split off, and there'll be a new ocean. All right, now we're out. Should have gone. Yeah, I should have gone the other way. Come on. No one's driving around. No one's walking. We can move to Pandora with James Cameron. I could see you as a blue person. My wife and I, my wife, she picked it up from the library, so my wife and I watched you know, I know you'll talk about how some movie, it's all action movies and stuff these days. So Scarlett Johansson did her directorial debut with the movie called Eleanor. If you can rent it, rent it. If it comes on, and you got a service and you're able to watch it, watch it. It's really a good, heartfelt movie. She did really good for her first movie that she directed. But it's called Eleanor. And we'll take a look at it out when I get to figure out where I am here. The actress, the older actress, she's 94 years old. She kind of plays the same kind of character in all her movies now, but it's very touching and prefab. I can read that, but that doesn't tell me nothing. I don't know where we could be. Oh, I can't go that way. All right. Time to make a guess, I guess. Hey, kids, get off the road. Get off my lawn. Let me run this kid over. Everybody's getting out of school. So, it looks like a lot of white folk. Bless it. Come on. Do you watch Tubi, Carmine? Since all the movies are free. I got a movie to recommend on there too that you would like. It's called Jules, Jules. It's with I'll have to look that up. I forget the actor's name right now. Comcast has Tubi. Yeah, I mean, I have a Roku TV, so I watch it on Roku. But most of it's so all it's pretty good. The commercials aren't so bad, and you get to see the whole movie. But Jules, Jules, it's one of those like independent movies, but it star what's his name? He's currently been doing Marvel stuff. He's in Wonder Man. He was in the second okay, we're way out here. All right, I got to make a guess. So I'm thinking we're somewhere in South Africa. I will probably be wrong. Let's put a marker there. Let's see. Oh, well, way off. That was way off. We were in Moldova. I lost my streak at 8. Or Romania, the border there. That's way off. All right, so let's see. Ben Kingsley. He plays an older gent that like Alzheimer's is starting to show up, but this alien craft, a UFO, crashes on his lawn. It's actually it's a really good movie. It's not real sci-fi in the way that we're used to, but it's running on Tubi right now. So check this out when you get a chance. And then the one I was just talking about, it's called Eleanor the Great. So this is Scarlett Johansson's first movie with June Squibb. She is hilarious, and this movie is very touching too. This movie is about her best friend who is Jewish dies, and she's not sure what she's going to do with her life. Moves back in with her daughter. Her daughter and her have not gotten along real well in years. You know, they love each other, but she's always picking on the daughter. And she starts going to the synagogue again and runs into this lady. She goes there to be part of a singing group or learn about music and that. But this other lady, she runs into the hall. They kind of hit it off, and the lady brings her into a support group, and it's a support group about those that survived the Holocaust. And Eleanor starts telling a story about her in the Holocaust, but actually she's telling a story about her best friend who passed away. She misses her so much that she tells the story. Now everybody thinks that she's the one, and it's really good. We really enjoyed it. And I'll be honest, I cried a bit in this one. But again, this is Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut. She did a beautiful job. You will really like this movie. It's right up your alley. So 2 movie recommendations for you. One you can see on Tubi. But Jules, it was good. But Eleanor, great. Actually, when we're grieving, how do we feel? How do we grieve? He had a high school friend watch The Value of Life as a test audience. He found it very emotional. Very proud of Dad. You might cry in this one. Yeah, I'd love to see it. But I like my action flicks. I love them. Sometimes the brainless ones, but um, when a movie's done real well, like Eleanor the Great. What was the last movie she was in? Hold on. Oh, Thelma, you would love Thelma's really good. Um I've never seen Nebraska, but I guess there's some good scenes that she wasn't in that one. I don't remember her in Scent of a Woman, but recently, I guess she's been mostly a stage actress. But you would love Thelma too. Thelma's great. Thelma's a good movie. She plays an older woman that was taken advantage of by a scammer, and how she gets back at them. So, a couple of movie recommendations, that are not action packed. Found it from Amazon Prime for how long? Your the Value of Life is on Prime, because we just gave up our Prime. We only signed up for the month. Ocho Road. So we are, I'm going to say South America. You can order a mariachi. It was $1.99 rental at Prime. Okay. Yeah, we recycle through streaming platforms. Um, Look at this doggy. He's gonna jump on you. So like usually around Christmas time, we'll order, we'll get that free month of Prime for for Christmas presents and that, this 2-day delivery. Although we didn't get 2-day delivery with my RTX card, that took 2 weeks. But it was coming from Pawnee. Pawnee? Or PNY. PNY, Pawnee? But it's a sad state of affairs that to say that I'm getting used to watching movies with commercials in them again, Not as bad as TV. Oh my God. And you get to see the whole movie. And I watch a lot on Tubi. Not Tubi, yes. I watch a lot on Tubi, but the Roku channel, they have a lot of channels in that there. Let's see. Los Cresoles Paseo de la Amistad. But not where? But there. Okay, where's... Oh, are we in Mexico then? We. Jim. Polo sirloin. Polo asados at Danny's. I'm gonna make some tostadas for dinner tonight. So I'm thinking we are in Mexico. A lot of polo. We pick out something on the bus. Monterey. Yeah, okay. Lots of signage, but I can't pick out a city. Something with Einstein. Super Pharmacy, Guadalajara. Lots of signage, but I can't pick out. La Michoacana, a lot of those places are opening up around here. Lots of food here. Oof. Chorizo, yeah. Again, lots of signage, but I can't pick out. Why? Torres, Avenue Las Torres. We're in a good town. Lots of signage, lots of tips, but I can't pick up on any. In Dad's film, no litter on streets, but then again, Italians are smarter. I think most European cities are definitely cleaner than here. My dad was from Austria, and we're going back to because my dad passed away in 92, and so it was in the 80s that my dad's cousin came from Austria to visit Sapel, and my dad took him downtown, and they're walking around, and they walk down and past an alley. You know, Chicago downtown has lots of alleys where the big garbage cans are, and there was a bunch of garbage. Now, it's not like New York where they put the garbage out on the street because they don't have alleys and they do the collection at night. My dad's cousin starts taking pictures of the garbage in the alley, and my dad's like, "So what are you doing?" He says, I'm sending this back home because our garbage doesn't look like this in Austria." Okay. All right, I'm going to have to make a guess here because this is going on too long. All these tips, but nothing about a city. Quinta Las Palmas. Come on, just give me a little tip here. That's all I'm asking for. Some Yang Yang. Here you go. Vita Dental, Carmine. Probably could have got it cheaper. Cross the border. Oh, yeah, senor. We will take care of your teeth. Oh, no, come on. You couldn't have the name of this town up there? Lupe. A little tip. That's all I'm looking for. That's the phone number. I guess area. I guess I got to start trying to remember area codes. Okay. Hmm. They got an auto zone down there. We're in town, but why isn't there? Now, there's probably been plenty of signs that have had the name of the city or the. I don't think they call them provinces down there. What do they call them? Okay, yeah, definitely. So we're in Mexico. At least that's the website. Oh, come on, get out of here. Yep, the Bimbo Company. You ever try any Bimbo snacks? Oops, on the other side of the street. I'm on the wrong side of the street. Oh, bridge. Bridge too far. All right. You're, all right. I'm going to put me there. Let's see how close I am. Come on. Monterey. We were actually in Monterey. But I did pick Mexico. Mexico. Ah. This morning, Carmine, I was working on my setup. I was in nowhere, I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, just coming here. My hair is up in the air and, I look like crap. Somehow I hit the streaming button and I was streaming for 20 minutes this morning on Twitch. Oh my. Want some din din? Okay, here we go. Another. It's a good thing I didn't pick my nose. I didn't scratch my butt. I didn't. All of a sudden I hear, my first words thing go off. Well, hello there, and I'm like, why is that going off? And I look at the chat, and it was a streamer, Nova Charter. He was posted he was lurking from work. I'm like, okay. I look, oh, it's streaming. Hit stop streaming. So when I got a chance, I went back and I I looked at Twitch, and I had streamed for about 19 minutes. So if anybody's watching and caught that this morning, I apologize for just killing it. All right, so where are we? We're in another. Come on. Don't think we're in Mexico again, but we are in some kind of Latin America. South America. At least it's populated. But as I do this, like when in South America, it's like Lots of brick wall fences. Getting lots of not a lot of sign, but more signage than normal. But I can't pick out. Yeah, we're not in I'm gonna be say I'm gonna blah 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 blah. I'm gonna say we are not in Mexico. We are in South America. Uh, be glad when my hand hopefully improves, boy. I can't tell you how I'm have my hand over the mouse and my hand is just vibrating. It could make for an interesting time. Hmm? You were by a river. Hmm. Supermercados. Hotel Delta. Delicia Caseria. So when I'm looking at signs, I'm looking for maybe web addresses where it says, like the country, maybe possibly the name of the city. Kind of like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. So .com.br Brazil. So we are in Brazil. Okay. Richelieu. Where's a Mega Beast when I need him? Vascular medicine. Okay. Gonna have to make a guess here. At least I know what country I'm in. I think. Rura Richelieu. Okay, let's take a look. My map. So is Rura Richelieu the city or is it the state? Oh, come on. Ah. Hmm. All right. Well, we're going to make a guess. I don't think we're near Sao Paulo, but we shall see. We were near Sao Luis. All right, we were up here. At least it was the correct planet. All right. Are you still there, Carmine? I want to show you something that will make you fall in love with Wayland even more. So I installed Pop Cosmic on my desktop, and I started reinstalling OBS and that, and I did it through their PPA, the OBS PPA. So I got the official release. This is what happens with docs now. I can't get anybody to tell me if this is because of Pop Cosmic, if this is because of Wayland, if this is because of whatever, but this is what happens with docs. So if you happen to actually close out or start moving a dock and it drops off, you can't grab it in Pop Cosmic. There's nowhere to grab that window. So if I uncheck the dock and recheck it to bring it back, even then, you can't grab it to put it back in. You have to reset docks. Because I like my docks on the side, the source and the scenes, because it's longer. So I reset it, they go back. As long as if you click on that window top and you hold on to it and don't let go, you're able to place it like the docks do. But now I've added a couple of plugins, downstream keyer, which creates a dock. It's not the custom dock. So here I got a dock. It's in OBS. No, the window wants to put it over OBS. And a different size. So I'll put it in the corner. Covers OBS. I go to move it, it shrinks it. It doesn't lock it into place. If I close out OBS and bring it brings it up as a separate window. So I reached out to the OBS team, and you know, it's all volunteers, but the Linux, the guys doing Linux have been doing it for quite a while. They mostly know Arch, and their, you know, their fallback, if it's Wayland, yeah, that's the issue. Or it could be NVIDIA. It could be a combination of NVIDIA, Wayland, and Pop Cosmic and Rust. And these are the things, you know, Pop Cosmic, I love the look of it. It's really nice. I had been testing it out since the Alpha 6 or so. I did have OBS installed on it. I don't remember this dock issue, but the latest, the full release is an issue. But I am going to take a quick break. I will be right back, and we'll play some more OpenGuessr. Friday, let's take a break. I got to wake up Friday now. Friday, break time. Eight-ball question. Will Linux ever be number one? Yes. If the 8-ball says it, the original AI. The stream here, there's not much, you know, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 or 5 second delay. So is there's a clip taking before that? You know what? Let's take a look, because I want to get the clips right so I can start throwing more clips on the scene onto my Twitch here. So let's let's work. Let's see another can. Let's the create a clip function. Let's see how this will look. So it grabs a 30 seconds from Twitch. But again, I'm not sure, so we're gonna test this out. I did a couple of them as a test. So I guess what would this be good for? Well, if I decided for 30 seconds I wanted to say something worthwhile. Friday. Okay. All right, a little break there. Got to reset that. Usually I could set no notifications if I'm streaming. All right, so these street names, Rua, Eduardo. A little bit more. All right, so we are Latin American. Do, 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 do. Pharmacia, so yes, we are in Tella Pizza. There you go. You can get your Tella Pizza there. Rent a car, but not from where? That's one thing about like Europe and even these, some of these Latin American countries, like the street places to eat, the patios as we call them here. It's a shame that it took a pandemic to make that more popular here. Because there's nothing like when it's real nice warm weather. There's nothing like sitting outside, whether it be whether they may call it a courtyard. Come on, patio. Or wait, do I want to go that way? Which way? Rua. So, what country starts their street names with Rua? That's the question. That is the question. Ooh, maybe something on the side of this van. All right. Oh. .es. So .es, I believe. I mean Spain, right? Where's Tony? Tony when I need him. So are we in Spain? Hmm. Here, let's see what we can do is try to zoom in on some of these street names here. Zoom in on one of the big cities like Madrid. Maybe not. Maybe not Spain. The ES. What is ES? Could that be? Countries here. All right, let's keep digging. I think I just went back to where I came from. Interesting. Can't go back that way. Dead end. Map free. Map free. Okay. Okay. Come on. Should start writing or typing down like some of the beginning of these street names so I can look them up at a later date. Oh, where'd that bus go? Wanted that bus. But I don't remember seeing in my adventures here with GeoGuessr street names beginning with Rua. And then looking at like some of the streets in Spain, because ES is España. Is that ES? It was a website.com. Trying to get closer to this truck. There's something on here. Oh, come on. Take me this way. Damn it. Oh, I can't read down here. That might just be .com here. There was another truck here. Nope. Get off there, map. Stera, is that street names? Is that cities? Towns? Hmm. Oh, where'd that truck go? There was a truck here a second ago. Where did it go? Here it is. Oh, damn it. Ah. Damn hand. I hit the back button again. Now am I at the beginning of where I started? No, this was the last one I was on. Gosh darn it. Dag nabbit. Now I'm starting over again. All right. Go back. Let's go back this way and I'll take a different route. Go back here a second. Anything on that bus? Nope. And this was the rent-a-car. All right. And I drove into a wall. Damn it. But it's watching that plays GeoGuessr. What aggravates you about playing this, or what do you mostly have trouble with? I've been down this road before. Hey, still picking the same roads. Dog nabbit. Yeah, that's the same damn alley I went through and got stopped. Son of a All right, I gotta get out of here. Let's see. I don't think we're. I mean, that website or that truck, whatever that I had a .es, could also have been just in Portugal. I'm thinking we're in Spain though, but I can't find streets that are that say Rua. Like they begin here with C. Bendeño, Avenue Dalmazan, C. Rua. What country? Am I even in the right country? We're in a city, but I don't think we're in a super big city. Yeah, see, most of these streets begin with a C. Mm. My hand is buzzing like crazy. Not finding any good signs now. Come on. These streets name Rua. Hey, an Avenue das Flores. All right, something besides a Rua, but that doesn't help. Oh no. A Karuna. So where is that? All right, Carmen. Well, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, I've gotten you nice and like bored and tired. All right, do this. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this one. This is what was on that building? Too far. Restaurants. Son said that this is boring. How could it worse? I could have been talking about.
4x4. Welcome to the mar. Cerveja gelada, piscina e churrasco. Welcome to the mar. O modão batendo no grave pesado. Novinha descendo na 4x4.
Hey Nova, hello again.
Welcome
I
to the mar.
am apologize for not responding this morning because I did not realize that I had been streaming for like 19 minutes this morning. Did I not? I know you mentioned that you were at work. I don't know if you've seen. My hair was sticking up because I got up at like 6 o'clock this morning, could not go back to sleep, so I started working on some things, and all of a sudden I hear, the Eddie Murphy one. Welcome to my stream. I'm like, why is that going off? And all of a sudden I see the blue button saying stop streaming. And I look at the chat and I see lurking from work, Nova Charter. Oh. So it just caught me. I just went, I was working on some stuff, so good thing that's all I was doing this morning. No worries, we've all been there, yeah. Trying to figure out, am I in Spain? I'm pretty sure I'm in Spain. But a lot of the streets began with RUA, with the little above the A. See, like this Rua above the U, Rua of one. I can't find any roads in Spain that some of the cities I looked at. This one's got me more perplexed than if I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, well. So you home from work? Do you have a good day at work? Name of the street. Oh. Oh, you work remote, so you have a short commute from one chair to another? Or do you commute like this in your chair? You know what? Rolling chairs suck on carpets. E Karuna. All right. Paso de Soto, do Soto. All right. Okay. Estrada. So Spain. I'm gonna say Spain. I look through Madrid. I don't think we were in a big city. We're in a city, but not, it was not big. All right. Well, I'm just going to put it, and we'll see. I did have the right country. Okay, there we go. That's I was seeing a lot of signs for a Corona. A Corona. I was in Spain. I got that right. Carvalho, that's where we started out. So here, of course, there are all the streets that begin with Rua. Dang, name it. Take a break the hand. Oh. So is working from home okay for you? Ugh. All right, I gotta pick up my son, take him to the library. Today's library day. Would you like to see some the stuff I was working on this morning? So, you know, some of the best ideas are ones that we borrow from others. And I like watching, DJ 506. He plays some pretty good music. He's got a real nice setup, all his actions in that. And like the young lady that, I have random videos come up for those that show up on the stream. And he has some of the same ones of that blonde, and he calls her Karen. Well, we all deal with a Karen, right? Well, I wanted a different Karen. So if you go to pexels.com, there are all copyright-free clips that they have. And some of them I can separate pretty well with the RTX, the NVIDIA background removal. So if you type in Karen, you're gonna get. So no offense to any redheads out there. And I bet you she's really pretty when she smiles. What is that? Not a Karen. And see the black, it's pretty decent. A couple other ones I gotta set up that I did this morning, but I didn't put them in as a redemption yet. This one I did yesterday. This is a good one. Is that like, oh my God, I just called it shocked. This one I did the other day, and it's got a sound to it. Creepy dude just staring. Let's see, those are the ones I think that's, yeah, those are the ones that I just have as the redeems right now. And then some of the ones I have to work in. Come on. So I have a bunch that I downloaded that had the green screen on them already. I have lots of vids. Let's see. Let me find the new ones. So this is Michael from mute the music in case this goes through. Not sure what I'm gonna do with some of these. Just looking for stuff. This is one I downloaded and created this morning. Someone dancing. This is on DJ 506's stream. He calls him Eugene. I think he's got, this guy's got a channel. It's called iDubbbz, IDUBBZ, but he calls him Eugene. So I still have a lot of these to set up. Now, not all of them, have audio. All the ones with Michael. This is one I did this morning. That someone, like, as I try to explain something, right? But with but like that one and a couple with the NVIDIA background remover. Oh, this one. And sometimes it doesn't look exactly good on the green, but when it's on the main without the green screen, it doesn't look too bad. Got a few of them with this guy here. He's like, Patrick is alive. John Travolta. A lot of people have that one. I didn't do that one. That one I downloaded. So those are some of the ones that I worked on this morning. DJ 506, he's like, you're gonna have 100 redeems by next week, right? I'm like, yeah, maybe. And then I added this one to Bart. Maybe I'll do a Darth Vader soundbite with the And I'm thinking of maybe changing the background, seeing if I can find a video clip of people running away, you know, like Godzilla or something like that. But I don't run the background remover all the time now. So this is my background. This is what my lovely room looks like. You know, I don't have collectibles like you and all that. I set up my desk this way because then I could steal ideas from finite singularity and come through the door or come out of the closet, you know, kind of thing. Whereas on the wall to the side of me is probably a little more interesting, but it's got a window there and it's got this cabinet you can see more, but then you wouldn't be able to see a door, you know. So, you know, those are the things that I've been working on. Was trying to get, so like if I go to I had it to where I would just have the outline. But then if I ran if someone ran a redemption, it would look really funky. So I just went back to using a partial screen. So like if I run something, like the hologram, uh, the background, you know, the background remover comes on, the background changes to a static image, and so I'm having a hard time getting the image to look a lot like the stream. It should be. It's the same camera. It's the same picture. I just move out of the way and take a snapshot. But the way OBS does a snapshot, I can notice a little bit of a change. This is the closest that I've gotten it. But I almost have to take a snapshot of the background every time I go because I move my camera. My camera is a Droid cam. It's a Samsung S8. So to turn it off, I gotta move it in that, so I never get it in the exact same spot. So that's why I might just go to other backgrounds. Like I have space, like a spaceship background for the hologram. I have a burning city background that I could use for the flame on kind of thing, and that kind of stuff, you know. Maybe the underwater one, the waterman, I can have a underwater background. And there is my son. Perfect timing. So I have been streaming for over 2 hours. That's nice. And that, so those are the things that yeah. I got to work on talking. Oh, so yeah, so it's kind of fun. Learning about, what I can do with the NVIDIA AR stuff, and I still have to work on um where I have my old TV scene come on. Now I could have it drop on my head, maybe like Finite does. You know, um, what's the one phrase out there? Um, when someone, the word's not copy. There's another word that's used, but it's basically when copying someone is the sincerest form of flattery to them, kind of thing. Imitation, yeah, close. Let's see, imitation is it's a sincerest form of flattery. I'm sure if we look it up, we'll find it. Yeah, but now I can also now I can do lights in the background. Right now I have 2 LED lights, and I put the amber. I had with these. I've had these for a while. These are plug-in. They're not USB, and you can't adjust the intensity of them. They're very bright. So actually, I have an amber, and I have a piece of paper folded over the light, so it kind of disperses the light, so it's not so harsh back there. And actually, the gold, gives it like a gold tone on the doors. It looks pretty nice. But I'm gonna order either some new gel inserts or new lights with gel inserts to be able to change the background and make that look better. I don't know if I'll get nutty-ish where I'll be we do Lumina to turn the lights on and off, and that we'll see about that. But anyway, my friend, I'm gonna have to call it a day. I'm glad your day of work wasn't too bad. Friday, let's say goodbye. All right, I want to thank Rulo. I think that was Blazik, Lake and Kate, Scapegoat, Total OS today, and Mr. Nova Charter. Thank you guys for showing up today. That was kind of fun. Again, starting to play GeoGuessr again. I think I'm getting better. We'll be streaming next on Sunday for the Sunday Coffee Clutch, just to chat, shoot the shit, and have a good discussion. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate everybody's support, and I appreciate you watching very, very much. So everybody, take care. Have a good rest of your Thursday or the start of your Friday. Bye now.